I think confidence is being sure of yourself, knowing what your values are, what you stand for, what you believe in, and then being able to portray that to other people.
Confidence is about believing in your own skills, believing that you can figure out how to do what you need to do, and finding the ways to do that.
So to me, confidence is believing you can do anything, regardless of the situation or whether you're a male, female, anything. So it's just having that strength to do whatever you set your mind to.
And I think confidence is figuring out who you want to be and then being that, whether it's loud or colorful or unusual or big, just being yourself.
La confianza de la mujer es única y creo que se basa principalmente en que somos capaces de hacer todo lo que nos proponemos.
It's easier for them to gain confidence. I think for women it's a lot harder. Definitely, of course, social media and everything these days, all the ads that you see everywhere all the time depict an unrealistic image of a woman, and every single day we are seeing these images, and it's so hard for us to live up to them.
It's harder for women because they're more seen as passive. You're supposed to be kind of more mellow. When you are really confident, sometimes you can be seen as bitchy or like too assertive, and then men are expected to be assertive. They have to be strong, they have to be this like macho guy, and I think like both genders have those expectations, and that can be hard to deal with.
In my last job, like, my sales manager was so confident and so tenacious, and she would say to me how hard it is to work in an industry where you're surrounded by so many men, but you have to constantly push and be outspoken and get the things that you want. And I take that, I've taken that to like my next jobs, where like at the city paper, I am surrounded by like a confident marketing director. I'm surrounded by a really confident graphic designer who, again, both say that you need to be, as a woman in working, you almost need to be kind of pushy to get the things that you want.
My good friend from high school, Kaylee Bangs, she is so confident. She was not the insecure high school girl. She was always happy, always content with who she was, didn't care about what anyone thought of her, and everyone liked her because she was so genuine. She had so many friends, and I always admired her for that.
I do, actually. So I work for a company where women have leadership positions, and I think that's important because it makes you feel as though you can get to that point in your career as well. And I feel like I'm treated equally, and gender really isn't a part of it.
I would say that by the time I got to be 20, 21 years old, I wasn't sure what it was that I should be doing with my life. I didn't know what my skills were. And I stumbled into the radio station that I worked for, and I went on air. I was terrified, but I believed in it. I had seen other women out there who took chances. I'd seen men who marched in the streets, and I thought, I want to be like them. And I had this firm belief that the generation before me had done what they could do, and the torch was being passed, and if I didn't pick that up, then what was the point of my being here? And I think just watching other people and wanting to be like them and believing that you can change things, but that it takes action. You just have to do it. And when you're young, that's the time to do it. You risk everything when you're young. When you get older, you get more scared because you're more secure in your life and you don't want to lose things. When you have nothing to lose, it's easy to be a little bit braver.
Self-knowledge is important. Knowledge about the world is important. Knowledge about others. Knowledge about systems. All of that is important.
One of the things that I try to do is figure out where I'm not great at something and then do it a lot until I'm at least okay at it.
It's okay to be insecure, and it's okay to discuss it with people. And my advice is just power through. Just if it's easier said than done to say just have the confidence to do it, but just know that you're capable. As long as you put your mind and effort into it, then you can do anything.
To Dada, because of you, I'm confident.
Kaylee,
Joan,
Randy, to all of those powerful women in my life,
Because of you, I'm confident.
Thanks to you, women make history.
Gracias a ti, las mujeres hacen historia.
thanks
To
You
women,
make
historia.
women make history.